everyone, welcome to my channel D&D Rant, where we talk about the recent release of the new book in D&D 5th edition. And right now I want to talk about the new book Dragon Delves, which has just released in July and I have pre-ordered it. And I just want to share with you guys what this book is all about before you buy it. Dragon Delves is the book where you can meet each of the chromatic and metallic dragons as we delve into their unique layers, which are suitable for any kind of campaign setting. You can play in Faerun, Greyhawk, Kryn, you name it. The book starts from level 1 to level 12 and is a journey separated into 10 chapters. You could play each of the chapters separately, or you can just combine everything and make it into the full campaign for your party. With all that being said, it sounds so far so good for me, and with the amazing cover, I click pre-order right away. And to be honest, right now I have read the whole book and I just want to share with you what I think about it. About the artwork, I think the artwork on the cover is very amazing on both versions, and I really like it because it's the style of the old D&D. However, on the inside you would find that the book consists of various artists working on it, so each chapter would feature another artist and different style. But the thing that I find really lacking here is the artwork of the dragon, because there is so few of it in this book, despite being the book called Dragon Delves. But what I really want to talk about the most is about the content in this book. The journey promised the battle between dragon and human, and I thought from the advertisement we are going to battle some of the ferocious chromatic dragon. And it turns out that I was wrong, because this book in reality is just for newbies and for the DM they could set up the night on the game night. So it's just like a one shot and it's for the beginning level at best. And the dragon that you could meet on the beginning chapters are just the wormlings, which is like the smallest size of the dragon. And to be fair, the first chapters until the fourth chapter is nothing new. It's like a repetition of something from the starter box where we meet the dragon wormling, and it's the kind of adventure that is straightforward. I mean, you go to the village, you talk about the dragons, and then you go meet the dragon, and you could either be friends or fight with the dragon, and then that's it. And to be honest, I was quite taken aback because I thought these are the book for adults, but the mood and tone that they have told, it was like D&D for kids. I mean, like if I were 8 years old, sure, I would enjoy these adventures. But since I am adult and I'm looking for content from my veteran players, so to be honest, I couldn't really use some of the first chapter's content. Things start to get somewhat better for me at the chapter 5, the Dragon of Nachgeear, where the adventurers are hired to travel by the ship to a monastery on the island of Nachgeear in search of the 3 shipwreck survivors, and the missing person called Devi using the Sandstone to tell us that there's a dragon on the island, and we have to go to that very island and try to evade the attacks of the dragon to survive and land on the island. And the plot is kind of fun when you think about trying to be on the ship and then trying to avoid the dragon's attack from the sky. And the story for the adventure is pretty amazing because we need to find out the dynamic of the relationship of the dragon on the island and the person who tried to control the dragon. And that is very good for a role play. And I think overall this adventure, the Dragon of Nachgeear, is well balanced in terms of roleplay and the battle. And we get to meet the bronze dragon with the kind of depth to it in terms of the character emotions. So I kind of like this episode. The other adventures that I like is Chapter 7, Before the Storm. We need to go to the village called Respite, which is full of pirates, and it is being invaded by the Corsair very often. When the adventures begin, Respite is being in chaos following a Corsair raid, and first of all, the pirates stolen the 2 magical items that need to keep the storm at bay. So the adventurers needs to go into the Corsair's hideout, and right now it is a Black Dragon's lair in order to retrieve the important item before the impending storm strike. What I like about this dungeon is that the art is very beautiful, and I think I really like the village of Respite and the setting that it is being upon the pirates' attack. The player would also get to meet the adult Black Dragon, who is now turning into the leader of the pirate. Overall, it's very nice for someone who likes the pirate setting. And now let us skip to the last part of the book, which is chapter 10, Dragon of the Sandstone City, where we need to go and retrieve the brass dragon egg, and then we need to go for the dungeon crawl style in the setting that reminds me of the Egyptian ruins, and then we need to prevent the ancient ritual from happening, which is the ritual that revive all of the ancient dragons, and then the world will be in chaos if that ritual succeeds. This time we are going to fight with the ancient blue dragon called Anthrax. In my opinion, this chapter finally delivers something that is a sense of danger and a consequence that the other chapters lack, and people who have been looking for that classic dragon showdown will find it here. And the Egyptian theme with the dragon twist gives that dungeon crawl gives something with a rich flavor and is perfect for cinematic gameplay. And then the highlight would be the battle with the blue dragon. I would turn it into a time-based battle before the ritual completes. Let's say we give the player 8 rounds to defeat the dragon, and if they fail, the ritual would succeed and the dragon would be summoned and roam the sky and destroy the whole city, which would be a very nice setting for the next Dark Sequel campaign, where humanity needs to take back the world from the dragon again, and it's going to be a very high fantasy and dark epic, which I have wanted all along. Final thought about this book, I think chapter 10 would be the epic finish that veteran players wanted, while earlier content catered to newbies and short sessions, and I think the last chapter is where Dragon Delves dare to be the epic classic high fantasy style, but unfortunately it also made the rest of the book feel like the long prelude just to get here. Overall, I would give this book a score of 7 to 10 because, like I said, there's a moment where it feels like fun, and there's a moment where I feel like it's too boring for me. So this adventure could be a hit or a miss. As for me, I think there might be some part that I could use to adjust to my whole campaign, or I might just host a one-shot for the newbies. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And that's it for today.